Back in 2002, UNEP released a report, a scientific report on mercury and the impact of mercury on the environment and human health. And some of the figures and information that came out was quite important for governments, and that served as a basis for them to recognize that this is something that needs to be looked at in a more strategic and coherent manner. They didn't start off with deciding that this needs to be a legally binding instrument, but they started a process looking at the substance and looking in more detail at the scientific information and data to understand what are the real implications of mercury emissions. And then back in 2009, after many years of discussions and negotiations among governments, they then agreed that there is a need for a legally binding instrument. And that was sort of the starting point for a number of years of negotiations until the fifth meeting took place in January 2013, where governments then came to a conclusion on what should be the convention text for the Minamata Convention on Mercury. The Minamata Convention is unique in many ways. First of all, it's a convention that has come through at a time when intergovernmental negotiations are very difficult. What also makes it unique is it looks at the health issues in a very integrated manner, in the sense that not only is health contained in the actual objective of the convention, which is to address environment and human health, but it also has a specific article within the convention text only dealing with health issues. So an integral part of the convention is cooperation and coordination with the other chemicals and waste-related conventions, recognizing that there is a lot of complementarity, in particular the Basel Convention that looks at hazardous waste and the transport of hazardous waste, including mercury waste. Cooperation with the World Health Organization is absolutely fundamental. The International Labour Organization, recognizing that child labor, the occupational health also is an integral part of the convention. We also have the Global Mercury Partnership that is hosted by UNEP, which is a partnership composed of more than 100 partners from around the world, representing governments, industry, civil society, and they all work towards providing support to countries at the national level in providing capacity and technical assistance. So now we are working hard towards getting the 50 ratifications that are required in order for the convention to come into force. That is embedded into the convention text, and until we have the 50 ratifications, it will not only not enter into force, but we will also not be able to have our first conference of the parties. It's a convention that will have concrete impact relatively quick, in the sense that the convention addresses a number of products that contains mercury, and the phase-out dates for those products are already in 2020, and that means by 2020 we will see the convention already having had a concrete impact on the life of people